Hello and welcome to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I am Solimer, and it's been a little bit, but I'm back. Just had some things to deal with in life, and just been busy the past week plus. So happy to finally be back making a video and giving you guys some updates and talking about some just what's going on with the game and some updates and changes. Which reminds me, I need to do this real quick. Can't see it, it's in the background, but we'll talk about it in just a minute. So we have some announcements, a lot of announcements really to make. By the time you view this, some of the things may have already passed. And, you know, that's just how it goes. I wanted to make a video earlier in the week, but I've been slammed. Between just work and stuff outside of work, I just haven't had time. So this is my first opportunity really this week, and I'm just kind of happy to be able to sit down, relax, and do this because I do really enjoy playing the game. I do have a match set up for tonight with Jerry Bear for our monthly league for October. So we're going to review his decks tonight and see how that goes, I guess. We're going to talk about that and see what deck I ban, if that wants to work. Okay. All right. So, nothing new in the client. We talked about last time the shop, some of the stuff, the featured sales they have. There's nothing new in there. I bought everything last time. So, yeah, we got that. And then nothing else new in the game. In the client portion, but let's hop over to Discord. I'll just briefly touch we have the Bronze Crucible coming up this Friday. After that, I'm not sure if I'll run one the next week. Let me look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do one next Friday or not. I do plan to have one the following Friday potentially. It's going to be Halloween, so that's also I'm going to have to feel out because I feel like last time there was stuff on Halloween, people couldn't make it or something. I don't know. So we'll play that by ear. We'll find a time to get some more events in. But I've just been really busy lately, and I'm trying to fit everything in. But we do have one scheduled for tomorrow, so I will make that one. And we are going to kick that off. Let me see here. Yes. So we do have, let me verify here, we do have 4 people signed up. As long as they stayed signed up, if they didn't drop. We'll see if anyone dropped or not. So we have 4 signed up for now. So there's still time to sign up. Go ahead and sign up if you want to play. Bring whatever deck you want to play with. Bronze or unranked, and come compete. I don't know what I'm playing yet. I don't know what I'm playing yet. So, we'll see. But that's going to be Friday this week. And then the other news I want to touch on, which also ends Friday, is the Gamefound campaign for Shadows over Solus for the physical print. Along with, they had a lot of other options for previous sets and some other options within the campaign itself. It is closing this Friday. I don't know what time it'll close. I imagine it'll be sometime during the day, but they might say in here. So I've got mine done, and so I'm ready to go. Once this closes, they said it should be a short time after that we're going to get our digital product from the campaign. Looking forward to seeing how that gets distributed. I don't know if that's just going to be an email with codes or how they're going to do it. So it'd be kind of cool if they found a way to just load them into your account. You open them up and you've got them sitting there to click on them. Thinking like Hearthstone with their packs there. I don't know if they have that capability yet in the client, but That'd be kind of cool, right? So there's that. And so those are the two things coming up, and definitely wanted to touch on those. But then I wanted to get to something even more newsworthy, and that is, go to it. If you're interested in helping us test the mobile app for SolForge Fusion in the near future, you can sign up with the form below. They got a link. This is in the announcements in the main Discord. Let me go over to the form here. So all you got to do is put in your SolForge Fusion email, account username, mobile device, and if Apple, what's your Apple ID email. So you can put that information in, and you'll be registered to potentially be a tester for the mobile client. What else did I want to touch on here so I can move on from this? So events. Right now, Friday's event's the only event listed. Currently going on is the monthly league in October for the... they're going to have an invitational at the end of these 3 monthly leagues that they're having in October, November, and January. So November's isn't posted yet, but it should be coming within a week, I would guess, soon. However, we do have some updates, and I'll have a link in my video description, and Lucas will also promote it when he posts the event. All right, so let's jump to for the monthly league. I've updated the deck validation tool that I created. I added some more. Let me switch the screen over. Some more features to it. I've updated any of the bugs I found that you guys let me know about, which I appreciate greatly. So obviously, I'm going to go through it again, I guess. Obviously, collection manager, paste your collection in from the collection manager, and then you'll need at least one fused deck selected to start this process off. Once you have your deck selected, you can run the script, and we'll see what it returns. So it's got a few more processes to run, and so it says finished. So this part, no different than last time, other than I fixed some of the bugs. Valid decks is the same. I fixed some bugs that were happening here. I've added an invalid decks page where it will show you the invalid decks it removed and why it removed them. So these ones expired are all phantoms or decks we just didn't get to keep, whatever. And you can see also like rare modifiers. So if we add a second deck in, we'll add this one before I run it. I've also added a card list. So the card list is going to pull all the cards from your decks. It's going to have which deck number, 1, 2, 3, 4, which half in that deck, and then it's going to have the card name, the set. It's going to have the base rarity of the card. If it has a modifier, it's going to tell you the modifier, and it's going to tell you the modifier rarity. If you come across something that's wrong here, let me know. It should do it properly. I tested with a card or two, maybe. But I can't remember how thorough I was with that portion of it. So we will have an example after I run this again. We'll show when you have two decks, some of the changes, additional things that happen with it here once it runs. Like I said, if you come across a bug in the new version, let me know. I will look into it and see if I can't get it fixed. With all the information I have there now, it's a lot easier to pinpoint what it's doing, but sometimes it's hard to fix the coding if I'm unsure on exactly how to fix it. So, all right. So we've got a second deck in here, and we have a Dr. Frankenbaum duplicated. So we'll start with invalid decks real quick. So before I do that, I should say, so we have 2 Tempest, 2 Necrium decks in this build here. So now it knows we have to have 2 Aloin, 2 Utera, and it's taken all the Tempest and Necrium decks, and it says too many of those half decks, max 2. So it does that as well, which is nice. And we got the card list. So I wanted to show here. So Furious Shardback, for example, in set 2, it is a common card with a common modifier. In set 3, I believe the Shardback is rare. Or perhaps, I think the Shardback's rare in set 3. So if this was a set 3 deck, it would say rare here instead of common. So that's what you're going to be looking for if there's any issues, maybe going the other way. If it's saying you can't have a Shardback because you had a rare one, then I'll need to look at that. But I think I got it right. We'll find out. You guys will let me know. You guys do a great job with that. You guys will definitely, hopefully, report any issues. So that's the changes I made there. Hopefully this is an improvement for you guys, and hopefully the bugs are all fixed and we don't have any more issues with it. That'd be nice. But you can use this now. You'll want to go to File, make a copy, save a new version, and you can use that for next month's monthly league, which is not posted yet, but it'll start beginning of November, first week of November, that Monday. So you got about just a little bit over 2 weeks to figure out your 4 decks. So pop them in here and see what it comes back with. Alrighty. So the current league, this is the sheet that Lucas has. I created this for him to be able to run through everyone's decks through. So you can just run the script once with all the decks posted, and it comes back with the same information. It does card details too. Maybe just does one. I don't know. I thought it was going to do them all, but maybe not. So I am paired up. We're on week 2. I'm paired up with Jerry Bear. I have my match later today. We're going to look through his decks. We're going to ban one. And I'm going to try to stream my matches. I know I'll be recording them, but I'm going to try and stream them tonight. And we'll see. We both lost in our first round matchup. T-Mind whooped me. T-Mind, I banned a deck of his, and then he played all 3 of his decks. He lost with his first deck, and then he won the last 2. And I felt his first deck was his best deck, but I might have been wrong because he beat me with the other 2. And so his decks were really good. So we'll see what Jerry Bear's bringing and see what we want to ban. All right. So we have a Tempest Aloin combo. He's got a Shardback. He's got that set 3 Shardback that's rare. And then he's got just a set 2 Aloin. He's got a Syntheta's Laboratory, Runescarred Pit. He's got a lot of Exalts. Man, that is so many exalts. He's got 5 exalts, 6 exalts, technically. Wow. That's interesting. I don't know. It's just interesting. We'll see how this plays out. I'm probably not going to ban... The Tempest Alloy's an odd pairing to me. So, I'm probably not going to ban that, but this could be his throwaway deck. I don't know. I don't know what he's got. So, he's got another Tempest Alloy. These are both set 4, and they're both blighted. That's nice. So, this is a better combination for Tempest Alloy because they're blighted, and there's so many synergies there. That's something I couldn't fit into my decks, was the blighted stuff. So he's got a Darkforge Oracle, Metamind Omen Seer. It's like a Drix. Voidplate Yeti. Love this card. It's a board clear remover. It's awesome. Stroke of Genius is a great card. Not so big on the rest of the spells, but it's spells, it's stuff. And then he's got a Void Stomper, Oblivion Undead, Herald the Madness can be nice. Free spell play. It's like, what's her name from Necrium? Draconic Echoes is nice. Stoneheart Plate can be a good saver. Summoning Swarm. So he's got a lot going on here. Eric's the Stormweaver for free spell play. It's very interesting. A Bombarder for all the spells. So he's going to be leaning into a lot of spells. I'm curious how this plays out with all the damage he's going to take from his own stuff. This will be an interesting matchup if he plays this deck. Okay. Necromutera, both set 3s. Got a Fraud's Experiment in here. Yuck. Darkshaper Savant, don't like that. Grimgaunt Predator, and a Sack Chamber. Shambling Banshee, Vampiric Direhound, that's really nasty. Oof. Then he's got Double Prevailing down here in the Utera portion. Inspirited. I feel like T-Mine had something with Inspirited. I don't know. It was last week, so... He's got Betrayer Energy Surge. He's got a Might of the Trees. He's got a lot going on here. That Sack Chamber. Oof. That could be massive for him. Bringing back the Predator. He's got ways to bring back the Predator with the Inspirited. He's got Vampiric Direhound. Yeah, only thing he's missing is like a River of Souls would be the only thing to add to it. That'd be nice. But this is a very, very interesting build. What's this Frauds do? Oh, that's kind of neat. Activate, deal damage. You could use that with an RC build. So this deck is definitely curious. I feel like there's a lot of things for him to get what he's trying to do out there. Which is either going to be like the Grimgaunt Predator in the Sack Chamber or Darkshaper Savant in the Sack Chamber. But the Sack Chamber, I feel like, is the key card to this whole operation. Without it, Vampiric Shambling, this type of stuff is all just typical Necrium shenanigans. The Sack Chamber takes it to another level, though. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. going to get to upgrade a lot of stuff, so he can bypass playing stuff if he's got the prevailing guys out there and he needs to play a certain card. He can bypass. He doesn't have to worry about that. It's nice being able to upgrade. So, be very interesting to play this one. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'd be curious to see how it plays out. And then we've got the set 1 Necria Mutera with Chrogias, a Shambler, a lot of spells, a lot of good spells. So this is the deck I'm going to ban. Circe's Call with all the spell play. You got Neck Revive for some removal, Spirit Leash removal, Varric's Embrace removal, life gain, Zerath's Will, free play, Summoning Council to fill the lanes and eventually get some Oak Fathers out there. He's got the Wanderers, Biologist, so he's got minion synergy there. He's got Shambler, the Shambler, like I said. He's got a Scourge Hydra. He's just got a lot of stuff going on here. And I think I'll take my chances with this deck than this deck. This deck doesn't need a certain card for it to work. It can miss any given card. The thing is with Chrogias, if he does get that, that's a finisher. If you don't get it, you don't have to worry about it, right? But if he does, you're basically you're on a timer. And so I'm going to get rid of that. He banned my RSC deck like T-Mine did. So we'll try to work through that and see if I can't get 2 wins this time. This deck could be trouble. But then that means he's got to play one of these 2, which probably means he's going to play this one. And that's okay. I'll be curious how this one works out with all his damage that he's taking. It'll be real interesting. That's for sure. And I'm guessing, yeah, he's got Dark Flame. That's what his plan's got to be, is Dark Flame at cycle 4. He takes the damage, and he deals 2 damage for each spell in his banish pile, and that's how he's going to finish you. That's his finisher if he doesn't kill you before then. So the key will be pushing a lot of damage against this deck early. So I'll want to be aggressive, which he took out my aggressive deck in RC. But I can play my Apocalypser deck, and instead of maybe clearing his board out, I can just do it to his face to bring him down low. So that way, if we get late in the game, hopefully his health's getting too low where he can't utilize these. I've had that happen before, which is why I started playing with Utera Darkforge decks where they have some life gain in them, so I can potentially boost myself back up so I don't get too low on health where I can't even use my Dark Flame or something. Because it's going to do the 5 damage to you first. If it kills you, you lose. You don't get to kill your opponent and then win by having less negative health. So this one I'll need to be aggressive against. This one, I don't know what's going to happen. The Grimgaunt Predator Sack Chamber potential is really bad. It just depends on what I have. I'm going to have to figure out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we have to do. We'll figure it out. We're going to play this evening. I'll be recording those matches. I'll be putting out a video with the first round and second round of these matches together. And then we'll see where we stand. I thought for sure when I won the first match against T-Mind I was going to win that, but he ended up winning the other 2 matches. And His decks really synergize really well. So I'm seeing here as well good synergies. And if I want to win, I'm going to need to prepare better. So hopefully we'll be ready tonight for this. That's all I've got for that. So other than that, I don't think there's any other news or updates to talk about. Make sure I did not mention this, but I can do so. I don't think, well, it's right on the screen there. Collect your Season 1 rewards. So make sure you, let me see if it'll load for me now. See if it locks up or not. So I can get here. So if you go to the website, you sign in, you go to account settings, you hit this rewards button, you go there, link your wallet, it'll show what your wallet is, address and all that information. You need to have it there by the end of the month if you want to start collecting your Season 1 rewards. So hopefully at some point they're going to give us some official standings, because we still don't have that. Yeah, that's all I've got. So thanks for watching the video, and hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, I'll have some of the links in my video description for you to make new copies of the deck validation tool and whatever else we have in there. So thanks a lot. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.